Innovative.
What's good, everybody? Now tuned into ProHustle Zone with Moan, where we talk about all things pro hustle, and it's all about mastering your craft and monetizing the skills. You know what I mean? Shout out to Innovative Culture. Got to tap in with that. TheInnovativeCulture.com. Innovative.culture on Instagram. You feel what I'm saying? I'm getting it right. ProHustleZone.com. ProHustle Zone _ for the podcast. ProHustle Zone Sportswear. Just made the page up. Go follow that for me. You know what I mean? Run that shit up, please. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if it get to 100. Whoever can, just go ahead and go follow that ProHustle Zone Sportswear. Y'all could get just a glimpse of everything that I'm coming with. Got it on right now.
Yeah,
got that shit on. Hold on. Look.
You got that swag. Show
I
that
would
swag.
stand up, but then I don't want to mess up the camera angle.
Oh, okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So we back in this motherfucker again. We go redo Pac. Pac, not Pac 1, Pac 2. We redoing Pac 2. You feel what I'm saying? Because, you know what I mean, we did a show already, it went live, but we redoing Pac 2. We go get them real official. So I call him Pac 2 right now because we got both of the Tupacs in here from the Death Row Chronicles that tried out. Only one made the part. And I'm sorry to say, this ain't the nigga that made the part.
I look at the fat Tupac at the time.
Hey, but he did his thing. So I'm gonna let my boy introduce himself though. All jokes aside, I'm gonna let my boy introduce himself.
First of all, it's all love, and I don't mind my boy Jeff A. Cop, industry threat, being Tupac. You gotta support your friends.
Pull the mic up to you.
You know what I mean? You gotta be willing to support your friends when they doing big things, you feel me? So I'm proud of Big Bro for being able to do that. That's an amazing accomplishment to play Pac, but my name is King Jaquell Martin. I'm an actor, I'm a director, I'm the world's best motivational speaker that they ain't seen yet, so we about to set the stage on fire.
You gotta pull it, you gotta get a little,
Little close,
just a little bit more. Cause like you loud enough, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean, you ain't clear real
There
quick.
it is.
There we go.
I'm good.
There we go.
So, my name is King Jaquell Martin. I'm an actor, director, author, motivational speaker. Matter of fact, I'm the best motivational speaker that the world hasn't
Can you
seen
give me
yet.
that phone
I'm
stand
about to
over
set
there?
the stage on fire, you feel me? So we out here, we in the building. I'm out here with ProHustle, Innovative Culture.
Real shit.
I'm at home, you feel me?
Real shit. You a guest in my house, nigga.
Yeah. I'm putting my feet up on the couch. Rick James,
You know what I mean? But real quick, King,
Yeah.
what's your pro hustle? Let them know what you do exactly in the detail. When did you first start with the acting, the whole industry? You feel me? Tell your story, baby.
So basically, man, I'm the soldier that was wrongfully assaulted in his military uniform by the same cop who assaulted the young lady at Spring Valley High School. But sometimes one moment don't define your life. So what I decided to do was I decided to move to California. And when I moved to California, man, all my friends that were soldiers were like, bro, your truck ain't gonna never make it. So you gotta be careful who you let speak over your life. But I was hard-headed, so I went anyway. I drove from South Carolina to California. I went to John Casablanca, which is a model and talent agency. And I did my first audition for a Bank of America commercial. So I went out, it was dope. And my lines were, the more educated I am, the better decisions that I can make. I wind up booking the lead, and I wind up booking the voiceover. Now what's crazy is that turned into the World Series, the NBA championship, that turned into
so you
the
was
Super
on
Bowl.
you was on all of that.
On the
Your
commercial.
voiceover, okay.
Yeah, so I was the
Real
lead
nigga.
actor, and my commercial
Why the
aired
fuck you didn't
all
get me
those
up on
joints.
there?
Man, I ain't know you doing that time, you feel me?
Shit.
You know, so I did that, and all of a sudden, all the same people who told me that I was crazy for going to California, they was like, yo, my ninja, we made it. We? You said I wasn't, but you know what? Instead of showing hate, I showed love back. I'm like, yeah, facts, bro, we did. Because
Weird
sometimes
shit.
you gotta let the hate be the motivation to your automobile of success.
You ain't
know what I
lying.
mean?
Somebody got to play the devil to you being the God.
There it is. So, you know, I did that. Then I had another audition in San Diego, and it was for Mr. Mosey from My Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. So I had to drive 8 hours because I went to San Jose when I first moved here. So I drove 8 hours to San Diego. Sometimes you got to be willing to drive to go get your dream. You feel me?
Most definitely.
I drove to San Diego. I'm in line. It's like 1,000 people in line trying to book this commercial or whatever else. You feel me? So while I'm in line or whatever, I was like, yo, how can I stand out? So I decided to go get a commercial. I decided to run to the store. I ran to the store to get a soda. I picked up the soda. Boom. Got my soda, right? Even though this is water. We're going to use this as an example. I got my soda, right? I got back in line. and I'm breathing hard, a little nervous, but I know I'm ready, I'm lit. So when I went in there, I said, Mr. Mosey, yo, I just want to thank you. Thank you for being such a trailblazer to open up a door for somebody like me. And he just looked at me. He smiled and says, you're welcome. You ready? I said, yes, sir. He said, do the commercial. I still remember it to this day. I was like, what makes you cool? It's your attitude.
The black guy, right?
The black guy.
Yeah, the bellman.
The bags, Mr. Mosey. So he was like, I did the commercial. I was like, what makes you cool? It's your attitude. And I took off my motorcycle jacket. Now, mind you, I had on all white. I'm all swagged out, you know what I mean? So I took off my motorcycle jacket. What makes you cool?
I can't sit down.
What makes your hair? He was like, so the commercial was, what makes you cool? It's your attitude. Or is it your haircut? Nah. So then all of a sudden I took off my jacket. I opened up the bottle and the soda exploded all over me. So I got soda all over me, and I stayed in character, and I was like, I guess I was just really happy to see you, Mr. Mosey. I swear this has never happened before.
Wow, that's kind of gay.
Pause.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And he laughed, and he made a joke, and he was like, bro, you ready to come to L.A.? I said, facts. So I wind up moving from the Bay to L.A. And when I moved to L.A., you know what I mean? I wind up sending out 100 headshots and 100 resumes.
Damn.
That's right, I said 100.
You got to put a pause on the back end of that, because you talking about the soda bust on you, and then you said 100 headshots.
He listening too hard. He listening too hard. He got
soda
jokes.
bust on you, you talking about 100 headshots. You got to put a pause on that.
I'm grown.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm just messing with you.
Nah.
Go ahead, bro.
So after I sent out the 100 headshots, 100 resumes or whatever else, I wound up getting an agent. When I got my agent, I booked this show called Sex Sent Me to the Slammer.
Sex Sent You to the Slammer.
Yeah, it was a reality
Was that
show.
like, okay, was that about molestation?
Nah. So I was reenacting a soldier's life, right?
Okay.
And so the funny thing about it was the young lady, her name was Fatima in the show. And she wound up getting early.
Nice
She
name.
wound up getting pregnant early. You know what I mean? She was a track star. And so when the show was actually about her, she was the lead character. So she joined the military. We wound up dating or whatever else. And when she went to Iraq or whatever else, I was holding the house down. But then when I had to go to Iraq, she started clubbing. And when she started clubbing or whatever else, I'm calling like, yo, who taking care of the baby? So when I came back, I called myself putting the foot down. So when I put my foot down, I'm like, yo, you're not going to the club tonight. You're going to stay home. And I took her keys. And when I took her keys, I went and got in the shower. So Shorty lost her mind and she went and grabbed a knife. And then she opens up the shower door and then she stabs me like 16 times. Like,
Thin line between love and hate.
That part. So I run out, I run to the car or whatever else, and I call the police on her or whatever else. And then this is like a reenactment of someone else's life. So that was like, you know, my first scene. It was crazy because, yo, you know how hard it is to try to look good at 6 o'clock in the morning and then taking a cold shower, but you got to act like you ain't cold, but you can't use hot water because of the fog of the camera.
You got to already be up. That's the thing.
So
to look good in the morning, the kids,
you know what I mean?
Get your ass awake, because the more and more you look sleepy, you're going to be looking drowsy than a motherfucker.
And the camera don't lie. You feel me? The camera don't lie. So, I mean, it was cool. It was a cool opportunity. And then I did another show. So I did Sex Sent Me to the Slammer. I did Wives with Knives. And then I wound up booking.
Wives with Knives?
Yeah, I did Wives with Knives, which was a dope show. And then I wound up booking some commercials. I did some television shows. I did a music video with Sia. So I'm in Sia's Move Your Body music video, and it has like over 151 million views. I did a commercial with LeBron James, the Crybaby and Me, the Intel commercial where his face turns into a baby or whatever else.
We could pull that up?
Yeah,
is that on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
We won't get flagged though, huh?
You will? Oh, okay. I'm about to say, you can pull that up.
What we got to do, talk over and leave the
Yeah, so anyway, if you look it up or whatever else, you look up Intel commercial, crying meme or whatever else, I'm number 40 on the court or whatever else, you know what I mean? So LeBron James.
Let me ask you a question. How much do you, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
How much do y'all typically get paid to be extras and things like that? Because that's something that I thought about getting into before. And, you know, I hear some people say you get a good, when we did the interview with Pac One, Industry Threat. Shout out to Industry Threat.
Shout out to the Industry Threat.
I seen you up over there saying, when I was asking him certain questions, it seemed like you was a little bit more knowledgeable up in some of these fields, possibly.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that because Pac been doing this a long time, man. And you know, I'll just say every job pays different. It depends on what your rate is. It depends if you're a SAG actor. SAG actors get paid more.
What's a SAG actor?
So that's being a part of the Screen Actors Guild.
Okay.
So when you're part of the Screen Actors Guild, you get a higher pay because you're part of the union.
Okay.
So you have regular extras that are.
He did say they got a union up in that motherfucker. He did say that shit.
So you got actors that are non-union that work background too. And so depending on the project and depending on what it airs on, it changes how much you get paid.
Damn.
And then it depends on how long you're on set too.
So what's the best way? What do you think? So for somebody like regular what to come off the street, what should they try to? What would be their best route to maximize their dollars while doing this?
School. Go to class. Learn the art. Put time into the craft and what you say you want to be. Put time into your headshots. Don't go get some cheap headshots.
Headshots are just the mug shots, correct? Because every time I'm getting high, so every time you keep saying headshots, this ain't even adult league yet. Every time you say
I don't know where his head at right now. I ain't got nothing to do with that, y'all. You feel me?
You know what I mean? But so just a mugshot of you in character, correct?
So no, a headshot is like your calling card, like for your business. So you'll go get a professional headshot, which you playing different characters, where you're smiling, where you're angry, where you're mad, and you're showing different emotions. So that way, when you submit yourself for an audition, they get to see your headshot.
Okay.
And then the reason why I say go to school to get the craft, because you got to have a demo reel, and the demo reel showcase you as an actor.
Okay.
So when you have the craft behind your acting, it shows that you're professional.
Okay,
and if you're professional,
breaking it down.
then people want to book you for their job or whatever else. You know, I mean, but don't get me wrong. If your social media popping nowadays, then they'll book you off of your social media being
because your
popping
platform, and you could bring more attention,
Right.
Marketing to what they got going on. Right.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a cool hustle. I love it. Here's the thing. I didn't know about residual income. So when I did the Bank of America commercial, and I was only on set for like maybe 5-6 hours, they sent me a check for $5,000. What the hell?
That's what's up.
I said, oh, man.
That's a pretty good check for doing a commercial.
For 6 hours of work?
Right.
Boy, I would never go back to work again,
And then you possibly could keep getting paid again a little after that.
So now that it started airing, bro, they kept sending more checks. So every time I went to the mail, there was a check in the mail. And I had called them, I'm like, yo, I think y'all made a mistake. I got paid already.
Those wasn't all for five bands, was they? They was like, what, less?
No, hell no.
Right,
they got bigger.
Okay.
Each check fluctuated depending on where it aired. You feel me? Huh?
Royalty?
Yeah, royalty checks.
Get on the
But see,
mic.
I didn't understand royalty checks. I didn't know. I was just a soldier. You feel me? So I called him like, yo, I think y'all made a mistake. I think I owe y'all this bread. You know what I mean? Because I ain't trying to have nobody come for me or whatever else. So I'm like, they was like, what are you talking about? These are royalty checks from your commercial. Every time it plays, you get paid.
I'm gonna have to step up in there, no
Bro.
lie, because like you're saying, that's just free, easy income. You do one job, and from the rest of that time, they keep on decide to air that clip of you.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of income.
Not
So that's
only just
easy.
commercial though. You get when it plays on the internet, anywhere, you get paid for it, bro. So commercials is a nice way to get bread, bro. It's a nice way to get mailbox money. And I didn't understand it, but once I started understanding the game a little bit better, because it's show business, you know what I mean? So once you start understanding the business, you got to carry yourself differently for the show.
Yeah, most def.
Yeah.
Most def. So give us. You said you write.
Yeah.
Give us some things that you've been doing. Break down the story we've been talking about really quick while we got time.
Okay.
Because I know you're going to take some time up on that and give people the understanding of where we going.
All right.
You know what I mean? The background, the story.
Okay.
You're putting this into A, B, C, D.
Okay.
You
So
feel
I'm
me?
gonna give you the short version.
Right.
Okay. So let's go back to this because everybody see the finish line, right? Everybody don't know my story. So my story is, I was a soldier in the United States Army. I was married. I was stationed at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. I had just got back from Germany where we were taking care of all the soldiers from Iraq, right? So when I got back, I was doing a uniform inspection for my soldier, PFC Carlisle. And what happened was that day on my way home, I was wrongfully assaulted in my military uniform. Not only me, but my wife was assaulted in front of me. So I was pepper sprayed, punched, beat, kicked. They sexually harassed my wife in front of my face. I'm trying to give y'all snippets of the short story. Y'all got to cop the book, A War on Friendly Grounds, to get the whole story, feel me? But I was wrongfully assaulted in my military uniform, and there was nothing I could do about it because I was handcuffed. And it's one thing for you to be beaten, but it's another thing for you to watch your wife get beaten in front of you. It's another thing to watch her be sexually assaulted in front of you, and you're handcuffed, and there's nothing that you can do about it. It's another thing to serve your country, and then all of a sudden, because of the color of your skin, you're wrongfully facing 10 years in jail because of the color of your skin that you can't change. So sometimes I feel like America is the land where some people get to wake up free, but black people got to wake up brave every single day. So in my film or whatever else, because we're going to travel down this timeline, you know, I went from wrongfully facing 10 years in jail to, you know, booking ballers, to writing a book, to meeting my friend, Industry Threat, who played Tupac, to him inspiring me to wanting to go to school. See, you never know how someone else's actions will inspire you. So we were on the set of, what was the name of that film? To Kill an Actor. This is where I met Industry Threat through Mr. Wanye Leonard. Shout out to Mr. Wanye Leonard. And he said, yo, I'm going to school for screenwriting. I said, man, I just got done writing a book. So A War on Friendly Grounds is a 5-star rated book on Amazon, and it talks about in detail my experience when I was wrongfully assaulted by the police. It's 5-star rated. It's selling for like $15 or whatever else. Go cop
book,
that.
correct?
The book.
And are you working on a film with
Yeah.
that as well?
So I already did the film
Okay.
already. I have a short film. So I turned the book into a short film, and this is where my friend Industry Threat comes in. He said, I'm going to NYFA, and I'm going to go for screenwriting. I was like, well, I wrote a book. I'm going for screenwriting too. So I pull up at NYFA, New York Film Academy in Burbank or whatever else. I go talk to the screenwriting department, and I talk about, hey, I want to become a screenwriter. And then they was like, well, you got to be able to write 10 pages a day. You got to do who? Oh, no, you're always writing. What? Oh, no, this ain't for me. The devil is a lie. I don't like writing like that. Right. So I wind up going to the director's chair. And then when they explained the director's chair, they was like, hey, this is where you're talking to the actors and you're getting the emotion out of the actors and you're the creator of the film.
And it's kind of like coaching, shaping their mind to get them into character.
Right. And so because I was an actor, I already knew how to get into character. I was like, well, I can coach other people how to get into character or whatever else.
I can do that shit too.
You know what I mean?
On everything. You just made me feel like, let me get in that motherfucking director's seat.
You might. It's not a bad seat.
I'm into the arts. You feel me? And it's like you said, it's a hustle too. And it don't take. I ain't gonna say it don't take time. It does take time, but after you do projects, that project is locked away, and you don't really have to necessarily go back to that project. But that project will always bring in that income. You feel me?
If people are buying it.
Yeah, people buying it if you're doing like, you know what I mean, if it's doing well, but still like, you know what I mean, it's still also good to, you know, be there to understand that you help with this piece of art.
Well, here's the thing, like everyone has a reason why, right? And one of my reasons why is narrative. Now I know that might sound crazy, but we don't, as a culture, sometimes control our narrative about the stories that are told about us. Right. You feel me?
It be bullshit.
So I hate how sometimes we always have the white savior. I hate how sometimes our culture is told from someone else with someone else's face on it, and it's not a representation of us. So instead of complaining about these different stories, why not create Look in the Mirror Productions, where I can tell the stories that I want to tell for myself? So my reason why is I want to be able to tell stories about us from our perspective and tell our truth. You know what I mean? So I want to be able to control the narrative, because when you don't have control of your own narrative, people from other countries that don't know you, they believe the narrative that was told about you.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I definitely know what you mean, because as I started going through my journey of knowledge on self and people, science, religion, all of it, you feel what I'm saying? Health, the whole nine. I used to show my little sister and my niece, I showed them Roots when they was young. You feel me? The movie, like the first part, and I'm like, but me, myself, as I'm doing it, I can't help but to just analyze. I could be very analytical. Okay. And I could do it on accident sometimes with some people, just point out things that I don't mean to, but I'm doing it.
Right.
And the whole time we're watching Roots, I'm just pressing pause and I'm getting fucking upset, because I'm like, they're talking about the people savages. I'm trying to teach them, but the whole time I'm getting mad. They're calling them savages. These niggas know everything in the middle of the village, in the middle of Africa, and you think they fucking savages, but you the person that's going over there, like, listen to the thought. Like, and I'm trying to give them the understanding, like, don't just listen to things and listen to them and read things just to read them. Like, really break down what's being said, so you can have a clear understanding of what people are saying. Right, like they're savages, and then when people watching this, they go think, you goddamn right, look at them, they running all in the jungle, but motherfucker, they got everything they need in that goddamn village/jungle that you have over there, besides the weapons.
But see, the thing about it is, fam, is that's the thought. So now I've embedded this thought into your mental garden that you're a savage.
Whoever else accepted it.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
propaganda.
Exactly. And if I can control that or whatever else, then I can control you. I can make you feel a certain type of way about yourself if I continue to show these images, and it's like
psychologically
brainwashing. It's the boiling frog syndrome. You won't even know that you're being mentally cooked. So for me, being aware now, because I was a frog at one point in time, I want to be able to showcase the truth about who we are.
Most definitely.
And free our people.
Now you right about that, because I got some ideas for you, because I definitely thought about some ideas in my head just about certain visions that I see when it comes to like movie writing, because I noticed.
Well, shoot, you messing with me in the industry thread. Don't say nothing if you ain't about that smoke, because we really about that smoke.
No, it's just an idea. I haven't really took it too serious. Okay. You know what I mean? But I definitely have some ideas upon movies, because I definitely want to write books.
Yeah.
And I noticed that people tend to take books and transform them into visuals,
Facts.
which become movies.
Facts.
Like Harry Potter and all these other books. You know, Twilight.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Some people say Twilight, the book is better than the movie.
Yeah.
I haven't read the book, but I watched the movies, and the movies I do like. You feel what I'm saying? But I definitely have some sci-fi in me.
Okay, that's litty.
Because all my knowledge, I see that these people that's writing like sci-fi movies, they're doing nothing but taking religious texts or sacred religious texts or ancient texts and putting them into their own vision.
Yeah,
if
that's
you get what I'm saying.
And changing what the characters look like.
Right, basically, Transformers 2 was just the story of Jesus. You know what I mean? Optimus played the role of Jesus. He died in the middle of the fight. And Megatron, quote unquote, would it be like that name kind of correlate to what people would say evil side of it. You know what I mean? Evil spiritual entity. He get his body took to Egypt. They drop his ass off where he's hiding at, and they can't find him because they looking for his body. Then they wake his ass up. But the little boy, you know what I mean, waking his ass up, and he become the savior for the day.
That's fire.
You feel what I'm saying?
I never thought about the Transformers from that perspective. That's fire. I like
because
that.
A lot of the sci-fi movies is broke down into spiritual concepts. Like, in order for Megatron will never die, and when he do die, he will always be resurrected. Because in order for him the story to go along, you need him and Optimus both as to clash. Without either one of them, who the fuck are they fighting?
Right.
Unless you bring on a new, you know what I mean, individual. You feel what I'm saying? But
but you still got to have the opposites collide.
Right. So it's a lot of spiritual principles up in some of the sci-fi movies that I really want to fuck with.
That's dope.
You feel what I'm
That's
saying?
dope.
So we could definitely try to collab on it, because y'all might push me to bring something up out of me a little bit more. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, we with the smoke, man. Let's do it. Say less. I mean, it's been an interesting journey, bro. Even like, okay, so when I first moved to California, right? Tell you this is gonna mess your head up. I was a security guard. I had to make money.
I know wrong with that. Ain't gonna mess my head up. We regulars. You feel what I'm saying?
Check me out. I was top flight of the world, right? And I'm in the room doing security at Fox Studios, and I'm like in front of Denzel, Jack Black, and all these
went live. You should have went live,
bro. All these amazing actors.
Acting like you was punking them. Who the fuck is you? Nah, I don't know no Denzel.
You trying to get me arrested, bro? I'm trying to live.
Frankly, I don't know no Denzel.
So I'm complaining. I'm like, God, I don't want to be in front of these people as a security guard. Like really, I came to California to be an actor, and he was like, bro, shut up. You know, that's how me and God talk. Shut up.
Right.
He was like, you was just on the ground. You was just talking about these people, and you can't even see the fact that you in the room with them. If you act like a security guard, that's exactly how they're gonna treat you.
Most
but
definitely.
if you act like what I called you to be, then that's exactly how they're gonna treat you.
Because they're gonna realize you're at the wrong position, and you need to be in here with us and not out there.
Right. So
once
now,
you get that invite, you in the door.
Check this out. So I have an audition for Ballers. This is before me and Jeff decided to go to school. So I do the audition for Ballers, and the lady had me rapping. I'm like, I'm not really a rapper, but you know, I can freestyle or whatever, so I'll do something, right? So I spit my little bars or whatever else, and then I go into the scene. I don't hear from Ballers forever. I meet industry threat. We go to NYFA. I start my acting and directing. Now, mind you, NYFA's schedule is crazy. You're at school, 5-6 days out of the week, right? And you can't miss classes. So I'm like,
how long are the classes?
It's all day long. They got you there from 9 in the morning till 10 at night.
Just for one class?
No. It's broken up in different classes.
Right, that's what I'm saying. How long are those?
What'd you say, about 2 hours?
Damn, so y'all doing like at least like 6 classes, 2 hours each?
Yeah, easy.
That's like JUCO.
I mean, it was cool though, right? So we going through the classes or whatever else. And then I get a call from my agent, and it was like, hey, King, we want to talk to you at 3 o'clock. Oh, man, they finna let me go. All right, cool. No problem, you know, yeah, I got you, no problem. Let's talk at 3 o'clock. So 3 o'clock come, right? I get a call from my agent. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. How you guys doing? Well, have you heard the news? Y'all finna let me go? What? You booked Ballers. I said, y'all finna let me go. King, are you listening? I said, y'all finna let me go. No, you booked Ballers. What? Let's go! So I'm going crazy, right?
You started crumping.
Man, I'm in the middle of the street acting a fool. Yeah, I mean, I'm in the middle of the street acting a fool. So the first person I called was my mom. You know what I'm saying? I called my mom, told her I booked Ballers or whatever else. Now I'm mad ecstatic or whatever else. You know what I mean? I called my girl, I'm happy or whatever that this is happening. Now my dreams is coming to reality. So I told Energy Threat I booked Ballers, and he was bugging out for me. He happy for me, excited for me, you know what I mean? So when I booked Ballers, they sent me where I was going. Guess where I went? Fox Studios. Guess what room I was in?
The same room you was
The same room I was playing the security guard with, bro. So the same people that I was doing security with were the same people that walked me to my trailer.
What was the conversation like?
they just looked at me and paused. And I smiled. And I was just like, bro, this is just an example of, if I can do it, you can do it. Ain't no difference between me and you except for the fact that I'm going after my dreams. Ain't no plan B. I ain't got a plan B.
Where you get the inspirational light from? Because everything you say, you okay.
Talk to me.
Look, from the first one that we did together,
Yeet.
I was watching and I said you sound like Dr. Umar when you talk, but that wasn't like necessarily a bad thing. Like you getting your point across, you setting it up properly, but you also could be. It's a rhythm that you speak with.
Okay.
You feel me? It sounds like you could be like poetic. You could go. Do you do poetry?
When I was in high school, I did.
I could kind of see that
Yeah.
by, you know what I mean, by in the rhythm in which you talk, and then like, you know what I mean, you on your shit. Let me say.
I appreciate you.
Because when I was listening the first time, I was like, this nigga got me listening like I ain't the motherfucking host. I ain't even said nothing, but shit, he got it. Shit, I ain't even need to say nothing. You know what I mean? He got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you can be very inspirational and like just optimistic.
Yeah, man.
In your thinking. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just by the couple of times that I, you know what I mean, I only seen your ass like twice,
Yeah,
3
facts,
times. You
facts.
feel what I'm saying? We probably only had like, 4 times. We probably had like 2 conversations really, or me actually like listening to you, and this one included.
Yeah.
I keep hearing you say a lot of positive things. So where you know what I mean, where did you find this inspiration that's about your character from? Because you seem like you got.
I come from the mud, bro.
I'm like that too. You know what I mean? But you
Yeah.
definitely giving it off in a more receiving way than I would sometimes.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
I learned as a kid that you can cuss without cussing. You know what I mean? So all about how you arrange
Most
what you
definitely.
say. And then my grandmother always told me that respect will take you places that money can't.
Mm-hmm.
You can have all the money in the world and be spiritually broken. You know, God rest his soul, and may he rest in power and love. Junior Seau had $55 million in the bank and took his own life. So it ain't about just the bread. You know what I mean? It got to be
most
something
definitely.
deeper than that, you know? And what I will say is when I was wrongfully facing 10 years in jail and I lost everything, bro, it's something about being in the belly of the beast that changes you. It's something, you become fearless, bro. When you really understand who you are and you really understand that, bro, I ain't supposed to be here. There's so many other people, Sandra Bland, Eric Gardner, Philando Castile, there's so many names, bro. What the hell is so special about me that you kept me, dude? Like, and I struggle with that. I have PTSD about that. I cry about that because it's still happening. I still see it. I still see people who go through the same thing that I went through and they still here. What's so freaking special about me that you kept me? And it's to be able to encourage other people. So it's just
These
my
are your
gratefulness.
questions that you talking to the spirit, talking to the God,
Yeah.
the Most High.
Yeah. So it's my gratefulness that keeps me inspired because I ain't got to be here. So if I'm going to be here, why not be grateful? Yeah.
Most definitely.
So
I
why
definitely
put
see
that in
that
the
from
film?
you.
I put that in the
push,
film.
You push real hard, like from your kind, I see your inspiration. I also see that like, nigga, I ain't gonna be denied.
Nah, that bro, you see my logo? You know what I'm saying? Look in the mirror.
Let them see that. Let them see that up on the cab. You feel what I'm saying? Break that down. Break that down.
So
Break down your
it
concepts.
has a film strip on it, and it has a person with a question mark, and it says "Look in the mirror." And you're probably wondering why do you got a question mark there, right? You're probably wondering why I got a question mark there.
Hold your camera back up.
I got you. You're probably wondering why I got a question mark right there, because the question is for you. What do you tell yourself when you look in the mirror? If there's really life and death in the power of the tongue, what do you speak to yourself when you look in the mirror? What do you say? Are you creating blessings over your life, or are you creating curses? You create your own heaven, you create your own hell. And since we're doing film, let's do this analogy like this. If you're the protagonist in your own life, and we are the camera, and our eyes are the aperture, and we're focusing in on you, we will be able to tell who your character is when you are confronted by the antagonist.
Mm-hmm.
And the antagonist is the problems that you go through in life.
Mm-hmm.
Who will you be in the midst of your storm? Because that will define who you are. Because we all have the free will to handle problems how we handle them. How will you handle your problems? And how you handle your problems will be the definition of your character.
Uh-huh. It's, you know, you hit the nail on the head. One thing, I might do a lot of, I might say a lot of bullshit, but I definitely
You feel where I'm going?
No. I live by that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of solid things I feel like I have in my character that I just don't show all the time because I show like funny jokes and a whole bunch of other stuff. But when people have a real conversation, you feel what I'm saying? It might tend to show on my way of thinking. But that's something I tend to tell people that be around me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you got to figure it out. You feel what I'm saying? You got to figure it out. You got to understand who you are, where you going. You feel what I'm saying? I forgot exactly what you said right now.
But check this out. You got. No, don't even worry about it. I got you, man. I got you. Because check this out.
Hey, it was in my head.
No. I got you. Watch this. I'm finna bring it back. I'm finna bring it back for you.
I'm talking, but
I'm finna bring it back for you. You got a podcast. You got innovative culture. You got ProHustle. We see that, right? I'm saying, you understand. I'm talking about the family as a family, though, right? As a business. You understand. Light skin don't care, don't you? understand what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I ain't robbing him of his credits.
You gonna have to put your ass on the mic with that light skin shit.
I'm just saying. But this is what I mean by that, though. Everybody see the end result. They don't see the journey that you two brothers had to go through to get to where you are right now. This didn't happen just by no chance. You just didn't walk into this. Y'all had to go through hell and all the haters to become everything that you are today. We don't know the whole story of what you've been through, but because you were diligent in who you are, this is the result of it.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why you're able to create what you've created and give back to the youth and talk to the kids. That's why, you know what I'm saying, y'all are able to have a podcast or inspire someone to have what y'all have. But see, they see the result, they don't see the race. And once they understand the race, then that's where the testimony is. Because y'all done been through some, bro, I know y'all got some crazy stories. Facts.
It popped back in my head.
Told you.
When you were talking about
Told you. Got him.
When you was talking about
Got him.
Dealing with adversity and how in the heat of the moment is when your character is really questioned.
Yeah.
And that's something I try to tell people that be like close, certain people that be close around me, like, we could do all this apology and shit afterwards, but that shit means nothing if every motherfucking time that when we meet at odds and don't agree, that we fucking
where's the growth?
It get into that situation.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm pushing for it, but I'm not putting it totally on them because it takes two to tango.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? But I'm definitely don't feel
but
like I'm pushing.
But the question is, where's the growth though? How do we grow? I mean, because people are going to collide, but how do you grow in that collision?
I think that's the individual type of thing, and that person has to be really, like you're saying, looking in the mirror. Yeah. And really self-reflecting off of what the fuck that be going on, and then being honest on what actually happened. Yeah. Whether you was right or wrong, that shit, you know what I mean? Just about where you
not what you recollect, but the honest truth.
Right.
You feel
but
me?
What actually happened, whether you was, it don't even really matter sometimes whether you was right or was wrong, just about what happened so you could learn how to correct your steps.
Now see that right
future,
there?
And for future references.
What you just talked about is the secret sauce to the movies that I make. And what I mean by that is the conflict that I create is so close to real life, you got to go look at the mirror and have a conversation. I can't change nobody. I ain't God. Who the hell do I think I am? But what I can do is if I can create a film to make you question your character where you want to change, then I feel like I've done my part. See, I just want to be
you want Tyler Perry, because Tyler,
listen though, to the GOAT Tyler Perry.
Because Tyler Perry kind of be on that type of time, like
with his plays, Tyler
plays,
fire.
movies,
Tyler's fire.
For like, I'm not really into dramas anymore, because you know we kind of grew up on dramas, you know what I mean, as we was young, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, and sometimes that shit to me could get played out.
Facts.
But when and also I be following the storyline, so sometimes I feel like if I could almost solve the movie before it happens, it's cool. Yeah. I'm straight. You feel me? It's not even gonna keep me my mind entertained. You feel what I'm saying? But Tyler Perry does a great job, like Mr. What was it, Mr. Deeds?
Oh yeah.
Why Did I Get Married? And then it's the way he add in the
message,
but just it's his characters play the direction. Whoever the director, they play the roles to the T.
Bro, for Tyler to think of all those shows, he's a genius, bro.
Then for him
to go homeless to his situation, he is a genius, bro. So when you said Tyler Perry,
working with the right people though,
but that's part of being genius though.
Yeah.
You feel me? So when I said when you said Tyler Perry, I wasn't saying that as something disrespectful. I was just saying I'm just the first version of me. You know what I mean? I want to be the first version of me.
No,
just like Tyler became the first version of himself.
Yeah. Because you can't be type. I was just saying you know what I mean? Because it's kind of like an example when I was just talking about he makes those type of movies. You feel what I'm saying? And write those type of movies.
Yeah.
Because Why Did I Get Married Too? I didn't expect Galvin to end like, oh shit, and then it leave you like, God damn.
Yeah. And that's why I created A War on Friendly Grounds. See, A War on Friendly Grounds wasn't just about my experience. When I shot that film, A War on Friendly Grounds, it was about my experience, but it wasn't for me. It was for the audience to see the truth. And it was for America to see the truth. Because it doesn't matter if I'm wearing the uniform or not. You only see my skin color. Here's an example. I think it was John Bodega from Star Wars, the brother that was in Star Wars, the lead actor? Forgive me if I said his name wrong, but it was the black lead actor from Star Wars, and they were pissed off that they had a black actor as a lead in Star Wars.
I think I heard about that. What year was this?
Don't have me lying, I don't know. But
The new trilogy.
there you go. So when Star Wars came out or whatever,
The young dude, right?
The young dude,
yeah. The little chubby short with the little flat top.
Yeah. He had the little flat top or whatever.
I had to think about.
But here's the thing. He said, I went to all these different galaxies. Y'all see all these different creatures, all these different monsters all over the world coming out of somebody's imagination. And the only thing that you can see is a black man? No, see, there's nothing wrong with me. There's something wrong with how you're viewing the situation. I love me. I love who I am. I deserve my spot. I deserve my role. But it's not my job to change your view. It's just my job to be the best version of me.
Oh, girl from the Hunger Games been speaking about stuff like that. What's her Amanda's?
John Bodega? Boyega. Yeager. Boyega, however you say his name.
Girl from Hunger Games been speaking about that. Amanda, I forgot her last name, but she been very since. That's the only movie I really seen her in.
It's adamant though. You gotta be adamant about stuff like that.
I don't know what else she has been in, but she definitely is sparking wave more on the political side than she is right now in movie, because she be saying some, like, she was the one that came out when she was younger and said why America don't like black people just as much as they like black culture.
Of course.
You feel what I'm saying?
Because I want to rob you. I want to steal from you. I know you're away. Why would I? But, I don't want to go too deep. You know what I'm saying? I know we talking about entertainment, so I ain't going to go too far.
No. This your special, baby. You know what I mean? Shit,
right.
You want to go in? Shit, you got 3 minutes left, nigga. Shit.
All right. Well, let me step.
Shout out to Ty and shout out to ProHustle Zone.
Since we going there, so I made the film A War on Friendly Grounds about myself and about my life, but it was about the experience of a soldier, and it didn't matter what I was wearing because the only thing you saw was the color of my skin. Even though I helped build this country, even though I protected this country, even though I put my life on the line for this country. That's why I asked in the film, spoiler alert, just forgive me, but you're going to enjoy it anyway. I asked this amazing question, because this is how you cuss without cussing. I asked, America, y'all like the voice right there? America, America, aren't you tired of seeing this? I put my life on the line for a country that doesn't love me back for the color of my skin. My question to you, America, is the flag a lie? Is the flag a lie? Because the flag claims to represent freedom, liberty, and justice for all. That means all people, including black. But does it? See, I asked that question in a way where I'm cussing because I know that the flag doesn't, I know it don't represent me, because I ain't never had freedom. I ain't never had liberty. I ain't never had justice. And I'm still fighting for it today. I ain't even had, matter of fact, I ain't even had my day in court. I'm still looking for my day in court. You feel me? Yeah. It's at the United States Supreme Court. I still want my freedom. I still want all of that. And I'm going to come get for what's for me. 100%. But see, I formed that question in a way where...
You got to wallow in you. I like that.
But check me out, though. I formed that way in a question where they got to deal with that. It ain't nothing I got to answer no more. You need to answer that, America. So I got a toxic domestic violent relationship with America because I love you, but you don't love me back. Mm-hmm. I do everything that I'm supposed to do, but you don't love me back because of my color of my skin. We both know we didn't start this race off the same. See, in the Constitution, if you understand contracts, and I said this in my last show, you got to understand contracts. You got to understand business, in show business. So whoever writes the contract makes the rules. And if there was no representation when you created the Constitution, then what did you consider me? 3/5 of a man, somebody else's property. You had to make an amendment, an amendment for me. That means you don't respect me because you had to make an amendment because you didn't consider me in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And what do I mean by that was an amendment is this. If I come to your house, can I tell you what to do? Mm-mm. Of course not. Mm-mm. But if I say, hey, Mom, can I use your bathroom? Can I get some fries? Can I get something to drink? You know what I mean?
Depending on, you know what I mean? I might yes or no.
You might bless a brother. You know what I'm saying? So that's an amendment. But the day you say no, the day I ain't got no power. You feel me? So I have no power in your crib. That's the same thing in America. You think I'm lying? Why is it that two people in the same state can do the same crime and one person get counseling and the other person get a maximum sentence? I'll wait. What color are they? I'll wait. When was the last time you had a black cop kill a white kid and said, I feared for my life and got off? I'll wait. See, these are the realities
that's
of
a good, that's
questions.
A good, that's a good storyline right there. That,
but
what you just said.
It's a reality that we actually face. And so these are the type of stories that I want to tell. Boom. And I got 2 seconds to spare. I'm fire.
No, real quick though, that's a good storyline.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
If you,
I'm already working.
When you saying like the black cop, and that has not really been a story too much, but it'd be interesting to see visually.
Yeah.
What type of reaction would that possibly get?
Yeah, they got films like that. You feel me?
Okay.
But here's the thing, we got to control our own narratives. Man, God, a revelation. So I had this Martin Luther King speech that I had to do for a Aretha Franklin movie, and I'm gonna end it right. I know we out of time, but the words hit me because I had to say it in my own way, but I didn't know how to do it because I was so stuck in doing it like Martin Luther King. I'm gonna give you Martin Luther King, and then I'm gonna tell you why I mean that so much. We are not just struggling to free 17 million Negroes, but we are struggling to save the soul of America. And for you students, along with all the other students all over the nation, you have come of age, and you're saying in substance, segregation is wrong, and you will no longer stand for it or accept it. See, the beautiful thing is you're not merely demanding just a cup of coffee or a hamburger here or there, but you're demanding your respect. And so somebody said, yo, can you do that in your own words? But I couldn't come out of the Martin. But when you said what you just said, I just had an epiphany, bro. And that line hits so different because as content creators, I challenge you. Yo, we're not struggling to save 17 million Negroes. Because we in 2020 right now, 2021, whatever year, I'm struggling, I'm tripping. But the point of it is
21.
We in 2021. The point of it is this. What type of content will you create? Will you create content that will save the soul of America? Will you create content that will really challenge the narrative of what we really went through? Will you create content that will really tell the truth about us? Will you control your narrative, or will you continue to participate in someone else's history? Because if it was me, I wouldn't tell you the truth about you either. Because that's the system. And the only way to conquer the system is to understand love. Love is the antivirus to the oppression of the system. Love is the antivirus to the oppression of the system that we face today. So we got to get back to loving each other. Yeet.
Most definitely. Let them know where they can find you at, King.
Yo, check me out on Instagram, King Jaquell Martin. That's KingJaquell. KingJaquell. And if you want to check out my website, go to kingjaquell.com. Or if you want to check out my book, go to awaronfriendlygrounds.com. That's awaronfriendlygrounds.com. Or you can go to YouTube, check the trailer, A War on Friendly Grounds. You see the trailer for that. Or type in Twitter Fingers. That's my brand new movie about internet trolls. We lit. We got some stuff coming for you. Yeet.
You doing this old outro. That's
We wildin', man. We wildin'. You know what I mean? We wildin'.
Hey, so I want to say I appreciate you for coming back. You feel me? We go definitely keep on working.
Hey, y'all support ProHustle.
Industry threat.
Innovative culture, ProHustle. Y'all support that. Y'all tune in, man. Y'all get in tune with these brothers. They out here doing some big things. Y'all support them. They supporting the children. They got some clothes. They got some swag. They got everything. So follow the channel. No, for real. Like right now. Follow the channel right now.
I want to do one of those skits too. I like him. No, do it right now.
Facts.
You say I want to do that about the ProHustle. Don't lie.
Facts. You know what I mean?
But I definitely appreciate them for coming. We gotta. Everybody stay tuned on Innovative Culture, like around 4:30. We're going to go live. We're going to have a dope league. You know what I mean? This is going to be for mature audience, you feel me, where we have, you know what I mean, male and female topics.
I'm sorry, mama, forgive me for what I'm about to say.
You know what I mean? Sometimes we're going to be sexual, you know what I mean, or relationships, just male and female adult topics. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me? We're going to have two of the ladies join us as well. You feel me? So I definitely appreciate y'all for coming.
Yeah,
we definitely gonna keep on working. I want to do some skits with y'all, work on some little stuff with y'all too, though, about the movie and the writing.
All right.
You feel what I'm saying? Everybody tap in innovative culture. ProHustle Zone, ProHustle Sportswear. I am ProHustle, my own ProHustle, and we out.
Pull up on me.
Innovative.